This has got to change. We are winning the run game, but only by small margin. Okay, it's getting ugly for this Wolfpack secondary, and all that momentum that they worked up to build with the blocked field goal immediately drained. And if I'm correct, the Demon Deacons get the ball at the half, and defense needs a big stop coming back, so they cannot go back down 2 possessions.
And we didn't even mention the guy who caught that Hail Mary was none other the number 7, who's been absolutely killing NC State all game ever since he got popped. He took it personally, and
Yeah, he's
it's
having a
clear to
game.
see that he's all right. Um,
Yeah, he's looking like me back in high school. uh,
yeah, you guys are gonna have to watch Caden Smith highlights. You know, guy
yeah,
was a
don't do
dog
that.
back in the day. But
Yeah, don't waste your time, guys.
regardless, we're gonna kick this second half off as NC State is gonna end up on defense first for the first time this season, down a touchdown after giving up the Hail Mary. And Caden, I think it's honestly a miracle that NC State's in this game with how they've played both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it truly is. And to be honest, offensively, the drive that they had to go up or go down to one score, down one score, or direct snap to
And that
Claiborne,
is an
excuse me.
amazing play by the leader of this team, Caden Fordham. And I think he's going to start taking it personally this half after watching his defense crumble in the first half. But as you were saying, Caden,
Yeah. Um, yeah, the drop that they had to make the score 14-21, like we said then, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Penalties, drops, bad reads. It's almost like they're fighting to get what they have, and then when they do get it, it's almost by luck, you know. And luck doesn't win you football games, especially tight games like this one. So, 3rd and 2 for the Demon Deacons. They line up. Let's see what they're going to run here. They hand the ball off to Claiborne.
and
People
what
Wolfpack
a
back there, and that's a
play!
big stop. Big stop from the
Ryan
Wolfpack
Nelson the
defense.
second has been everywhere this game with a deflection and a tackle for loss. He is really fighting for this defense while not many other players are. And you can't ask for more from your starting cornerback. And he's trying, as for the first time, NC State's going to get the ball back on a punt as number 14 takes it all the way up to the 48-yard line, and they're going to have impeccable starting field position for the first time this game.
Yeah, let's see if we can ride this momentum here and tie this game up. We really need to. And we see Smothers back for the first
He
time
is
since
back on the
halfway through the first
field,
quarter. That's a
and
great thing to see for this Wolfpack offense here. But
he's
and
going to
they
get the
do
ball
hand
to
the ball
start
off
the
to him.
half, and a
Nothing there.
3-yard gain.
3-yard gain.
It's not what you want, but it's just a great thing to see number 3 back on this field, because we know from previous games that when he's on the field, you have somebody to worry about at all times, and he's going to stay on, which is a great sign for these NC State fans.
That you do, and here's what that does. Shoddy
And
throw
CJ
from
Bailey
Bailey, and
just
oh
throws
no.
a dumb interception, and yeah, that was me.
Uh,
I just can't explain that. I mean,
I don't know
how
what
does
he was
that
looking
happen?
for either. That's double coverage. The ball's behind him. It's like I don't know. Can we investigate this guy? Is he gambling?
As CJ Bailey tries to take a shot, and in this situation, it's not time to take shots. It's time to safely make your way up the field. You're down a touchdown, and
Down a
the
touchdown
young
one, and not
quarterback.
only that's his second interception today, if I'm not mistaken. So things have got to change on the offensive side of the ball. We get Smothers back for a drive, hand it to him once, and then throw an interception the next play. That's not what you want to see at all.
It's number 7 makes the tackle, and they get a 5-yard gain as CJ Bailey, that is his first 2 interceptions of the year, and has played almost perfectly on offense the first 2 games.
Micah Mays, first down.
As Micah Mays is going to get it back
261
up.
yards and
Oh my God.
touchdowns for Robbie Ashford today on what looks to be 95% completion percentage. They have got maybe they've got to hit Robbie Ashford hard enough to make him stop playing this well. Hand off to Claiborne. Good
Caden
hold.
Durham's there to make the play.
Caden Durham.
And did I say Durham?
Said Caden Durham.
Excuse me. That is the LSU running back. Caden Fordham. That's not good for my reputation.
Yeah, your job's on the
As
line, buddy.
number 0
Another handoff to
Brown
Claiborne.
makes the play. And that is huge to get this team to a 3rd and 4. To get off that block and make the play. I think these guys are coming out a little more hungry than they were in the first half. But they have to make the stop here. They're going to go empty. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 right here. As he has nothing in 98. Makes a huge tackle to get this team
Just
to
as I was
punt.
going to say, you know, a big thing that I'm seeing that's changed since the first half. 2 drives, 2 punts from Wake Forest, but they've also changed their game plan as they're not throwing the ball as much. You know, they're trying to get the ball to Claiborne here, and this NC State run defense is really stepping up and making plays, and it's shutting this Demon Deacon offense down. And now, Wolfpack offense is back on the field. They handed off to Hollywood Smothers, and there's just nothing there for them. I think they're playing this run game a little too hard. They've got to put this ball in the air. And CJ Bailey, he's just got to get his confidence back. He can't let these interceptions affect him. As he has a man underneath, he does indeed hit him. That's a first down.
And no,
it is not. 3rd and inches. Keenan Jackson falls over before the sticks.
And we're not going to get a review from the NC State Wolfpack. So they're going to have to go for it here on 3rd and inches. And they're going to run the option. But CJ Bailey's going to keep it.
And he does get the first down.
And does not choose to slide. You don't see that out of many quarterbacks in today's game. As they're not allowed to stay on their feet.
You do see it from Robbie Ashford. He's taking a few licks this game, and he's still producing. So hand off to Smothers, and
wow,
smidget of daylight that he is
Jalen
quickly
Grant
taken down.
Number 74 is going to be injured on this play, and
that
is not what you need out of this NC State team. I'll tell you, because truthfully, when you look at their roster, there are not many guys on this offensive line that are truly talented. And when your starter goes down, you don't have much behind him. As Bailey's going to throw in a perfect pass to number 5, Noah Rogers. The first time that we've seen the second string receiver today gets his first catch and has great separation on that route to get NC State up to midfield. And Smothers is going to get another go at it as he finally has a hole.
Smothers has room.
And gets it all the way up to the 34-yard line as the starting center, Jalen Grant, has a bruised sternum from what we're hearing, and he will not return to this game. So, for an already weak offensive line, you hate to see this.
Yeah, you really, really do, but maybe this backup offensive lineman has something to prove, because that's the best hole we've seen all night, and they give it back to Smothers. And it's just nothing there. Every time he gets the ball, there's a linebacker staring him down.
NC State's going to go back to the air here. The running game has not looked perfect. It's far from it, and we're not used to that. They're going to go to the air, and they're going to go with the short route.
And they've got
Noah Rogers holds on.
Makes for another 3rd and 1. A lot of third downs this game from NC State. They've converted on a good amount of them, but still don't want to see your offense in this situation too much. And they hit the screen, and Terrell Anderson makes a man miss. Gets down to the 12-yard line, and that's what you need. Another productive catch from Terrell Anderson. This guy, he's coming in when they need him to, and we're back in the red zone with the Wolfpack as this stadium quiets down for the first time in a few plays, and Smothers gets the ball, makes another man miss, And I feel like he's starting to wake up here, Christian.
We're
I'm
starting to
excited
see
to see
the
what he does in
Hollywood
this fourth
Smothers
quarter.
that we know and love. And as
I
an
really
NC
see this
State
guy
fan,
have a game in the fourth
you
quarter.
have to be very, very ecstatic about him coming back alive, as it's 2nd and 2, and they're going to go in the air here. Smothers is going to get
It's
it,
Smothers on the
holds
flats,
on,
breaks a tackle,
breaks the
and he gets
tackle,
in
and
the end zone.
falls into the end zone as number 3, Hollywood Smothers, gets his first touchdown of the game, I believe. And
It is.
is,
I
did
think
he have one earlier? I'm
no,
not too
he went
sure.
out too early. He went
He
out too
did go
early.
out early. That is correct. He has been hurt, but came back and is making his presence felt again as he gets away
And
from 2 defenders for the touchdown.
this is what you showed. This is just a great show of resilience from Hollywood Smothers here, playing through injury, you know, and still finding a way to provide for his team. And now, what this does, all eyes are on Smothers. He's back. He's got in the end zone. They have got to find Smothers and keep him contained as best as they can, opening up the rest of this offense to hopefully do what they've been doing all season and put some points on the board. But enough of the offense. We're back on defense with a tie ball game with a minute left in third quarter. And we need this Demon Deacon offense to get shut down. And we are on that screen all over it. Only a 3-yard gain. That's the best they've played that all night.
Yeah, and to your point, there hasn't been much stoppage to this RPO or this screen game, and for the first time, somebody makes a play, and I think that was a point of emphasis at halftime to start
Had
stopping
to
this,
have
as
been.
they're going to run the option, and
You know,
Caden
Robbie Ashford, he's got
Fordham
nothing
is
but
not
grass.
able to get there. And Robbie Ashford's going to get a great game right there, as he's just faster than everybody on the opposing side of him. And
Told you, he's not afraid to put his nose in the dirt. You see, he doesn't slide there. He's going to take a hit. But the good thing about that, if one of our guys in the secondary can come down and lay the wood, we might get a loose ball here in a second.
as the strong safety Johnson has been all over the field, the senior, not the most talented player, but a player that will do what it takes for the team to win. He's been all over the field all season, making tackles left and right. And, him along with Caden Fordham have really carried this defense this year. And we're still waiting on Caden Fordham to come alive. And we're hoping that in this fourth quarter, he will start to do so. Because this is a defense that needs him. He is the captain. And if he's not producing, nobody's going to produce. And, I think for me, that is the most important emphasis for this NC State defense, is that Caden Fordham gets it going.
Yeah, it's very important. You always want your signal caller to wake up in a game like this, but I mean, when the ball does come his way, he's missing, but they're also keeping the ball away from him as much as they can. And 21 for 23 here. We have got to put a stop to this passing game from Robbie Ashford. He is just having a career night against us.
Oh, and the
That's
ball's loose.
that's
And it's an incomplete
exactly
pass.
what we needed. A little chink in the armor there.
As the trenches are able to get there, cause an incompletion for it. What seems like one of the first times this game.
Yeah,
As they're going to go
Fordham
into
in
a
coverage
coverage
here.
as there were 2 guys surrounding him, but makes the catch anyways. And it's
Chris
going to be a 3rd
Barnes,
and
another
4.
guy having a pretty good game here. 6 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. I feel like everybody in this receiver core here is just doing their thing. It's hard to not see when their quarterback's almost perfect on the day. Robbie Ashford tucks the ball.
And
Fordham
Caden
comes down and makes a
Fordham
big hit.
lays the boot. And here he is, folks. The man that you've been waiting to see. Reads it perfectly, sees the QB start to take off, and he says no. Makes a huge tackle, and that's the last guy you want to get hit by on this NC State
Yeah.
defense.
We might see Robbie Anderson start, or excuse me, not Robbie Anderson. We might see him,
Chosen?
Robbie Chosen. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
But
Oh
we
my
might see this
gosh.
Wake for Oldie.
as that is
Holy
the most
punt.
beautiful punt that I think I have seen in all my years of broadcasting.
And that's a guy who's going to get paid. He just woke this crowd up here.
Oh, shoot.
After a big
Mo
sack,
Bamba?
he oh my gosh, he actually just put us not even on the 1 yard line. That's the goal line. But Hollywood Smothers gets them off of that goal line very, very quickly. Only 59 rushing yards, but only 12 carries as well. Can we get Smothers going here? And
That's going to be on the defense as the hard count is
is it?
used. And they jump off sides. I believe that is going to be on number 8, Jaden Loving, who is an experienced senior on this defense, but nonetheless jumps off sides and gets NC State a new set of downs.
And it's hard to blame him. Looks like he's lined up at nose there, and CJ Bailey, he's got a pretty good hard count. In a loud game like this, you're really listening for the first thing you've got. But at nose, you gotta shame him there because he's the first thing the ball sees, and first thing he sees is the ball. So if that ball doesn't move, he has no choice but to sit there, and he helps him out. Hollywood takes a hit. That's not what you want to see.
And that is
like he's fine.
Hit right there. Hollywood Smothers, who is already hurt, takes a devastating hit. And it seems like he's going to stay in the game and shows the toughness and resilience of this guy, as they're going to give it right back to him.
Oh, he's had room.
It just seems like, these injuries are affecting him. He doesn't seem to be moving as quickly as usual. And that's huge for an offense that's really heavily reliant on.
It is. But we're still falling forward for 5 yards a run, so you can't be too mad. As CJ Bailey keeps it and is met with the eyes of an edge rusher, and that's not what you want to get.
And just not the correct read. Just not the correct read by CJ Bailey right there, man.
That's a very bad pull.
And that's not the first time this happened.
No, it's not. Demon Deacon showed too high here. They've sat in this all game. And I was just about to say that out route is going to be open here for the Wolfpack. Terrell Anderson, another clutch catch. Makes a man miss. Gets upfield. Fights for more yards. 26-yard line. Terrell Anderson, I was just going to say, that out route there from that slot receiver was going to be open. They showed too high, and those corners were soft. It looked like it was cover 4 there. And that out route just hit a soft spot right there. We're going to get here first attempt on the 26-yard line. Hard count from Bailey. He's going to hand it off and counter from, Smothers there, fighting for a first down. He's getting going. He's feeling it right now, looking for his second touchdown of the night. Can NC State take the first lead of the game?
Is this going to be the freshman, Scott? He has a beautiful game for 9 yards. And Smothers is going to be back on the field, and he wants to be out there. There's no doubt in his mind.
Very, very light box from Wake Forest. Can they get Smothers? They do.
And
everybody's blocked. That's
nothing
a touchdown.
But room, and somebody makes a play. Just the acceleration that we're used to is just not there today. But nonetheless, he's still fighting, and they need him. And he gets a pretty solid gain for another first down.
Definitely looks a little slower. Light box, everybody's accounted for on that run. That should be an automatic touchdown from Smothers, but you see him get stood up at the goal line. We're just not used to that, but they give it back to him.
And he gets stood up
at the goal line.
And Teague Anderson, the starting right tackle, is going to go down. And if there ever was a guy that you needed to not go down, it was definitely going to be him, because he holds this offensive line together, and he can block probably better in the pass game than anybody else. And they're already not passing it too good.
Jolly at the H-back position. He goes upfield. Another goal line stand. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 to go.
We get word Teague Anderson has bruised ribs, and it seems like he's going to be fine. But they're going to leave him out for now, trying to not risk an injury.
This is not what you want to see.
3rd and goal. And
Demon Deacon show goal line.
CJ Bailey
shows goal line.
Hard count,
like
no
everybody
bite.
In the stands knows what's coming here.
Bailey goes QB sneak, and he doesn't get it. And it looked really close to me.
Here's what we see here. Do the Wolfpack try to make a statement and go for it here, or do they take their three? You know, in a situation like this, it's they do go for it. I was
Wow.
gonna say it's good to take the three to take a lead. Trust
And
your
NC
defense.
State
They've been hot
lines
this
up
half.
to go for it here. 4th and 1. What will happen? They're going to pass it. And it's
And it's
broken up.
incomplete. That is not what you want to see. I was just going to say, take your three, take the lead late in this game, and trust your defense. They've been hot all night. They've been making good stops, and they actually have pitched a shutout, I'm pretty sure, in this fourth quarter.
Wow.
That's a very, 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 very big
Oh,
stop for
oh,
and man in the end zone.
fumble.
He
The
fumbles.
ball's out. The offensive
Oh,
line, number 70, recovers it as Devon Marshall pokes the ball out. And luckily
go.
for the
Oh my
Demon
gosh.
Deacons, oh my gosh,
Going
they
from
get the
looking like a
ball back.
safety to a fumble in the end zone. This is
Oh
oh,
my gosh.
tensions are high here in Winston-Salem. I will say that for sure. Kevin
As
Caden Porter
Caden
comes down, makes a
Porter
play for the safety.
makes the
Oh my
Superman
goodness.
diving tackle to
That's what
get the
we've been waiting to see
safety.
all day.
And NC State takes the lead for the first time this game. And for a guy that has been conservative all game, Caden Porter, Caden Porter, what in the world? And they're gonna sky kick it.
Almost gets grass there.
And they get up to the
We had a glitch in the
39.
broadcast.
I believe that one of our coworkers are having a little too much fun on the computer. But nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 for
First and
NC
10 with the
State.
lead for NC State. The hint
And
to Smothers no good.
Smothers
Now here's
goes
the thing.
down again.
And he looks like he's hurting for real this time, guys. That is not good. Holding his lower back.
Pointing to his back. He is fighting for his life. As
And
this
here's
broadcast
the
is
big
about
thing
to
here.
run out of time. As it's ending, and we're going to have to see y'all next episode.
Warning ahead of us. And NC State still has to get a first down. They can't. And Wake Forest is burning their timeouts. They want the ball back for that 2-minute warning. Don't think it'll happen, but bruised ribs
Smothers
for
was
Hollywood Smothers.
pointing to his back, but has bruised ribs. And it seems like he's going to be fine, according to our doctors, but they're not going to risk it, and they're going to keep him out because they need him the rest of the season, even though this is a very crucial moment. 3rd and 4,
This is a
what will
close
NC
game,
State
but
do?
we have a lead, 3rd and 4.
They're going to put it in the air.
Hits the Texas route.
And it's the
wide open.
freshman, Scott
catches it and gets down. And that's a timeout, Demon Deacons.
And I got to say, that is a freshman. And to come in a big rivalry game like this
Smothers
and make a play
back.
like that, and wow, he
That's
wants
grit
it
from the kid.
bad. As CJ Bailey keeps it and gets
And he's leveled.
eaten up.
Last
Oh,
timeout for
no.
Wake Forest, and we can burn some time off the clock here. Looks like one more first down could very well end this game. Maybe 2, but they have got to burn time off this clock here.
And what is this offensive coordinator going to try to do here? Is this going to be a
Triple
speed
hit
option
Smothers.
to Smothers? And he fights,
Breaks one.
but gets out of
Almost
bounds.
gets upfield.
And that is
3rd and 5, and that
not what you
stops the
want.
clock. That's not good at all here. 3rd
But
and
that
5,
was the
clock
2-minute
stopped.
warning, so it would have stopped anyways. So it actually doesn't matter. But, you know, it's 3rd and 5, and if they don't convert here, Wake Forest is going to get another shot at this thing.
Terrell Anderson looks to have one-on-one coverage out there. Nope, safety sprints over. They're doubling him. Caught up across the middle.
And drops
That's not
it.
good at all.
The
That's
only
not good at
place
all.
that CJ Bailey could put that ball. But he
4th
wasn't
and
able to
5.
hold on as he ran into
have
his
got-
own guy on his route. And the
Yeah,
offensive
and
coordinator is going to decide to go for it here.
But that's the question you have to ask. Things have to be polished up in practice. What are these guys seeing to where they get in the game, crucial situation, 2-minute drill? We can't be running into each other, guys. That's not what you want at all. And CJ Bailey hits him for
And
the
he's
first.
going to fall short. He's gonna
Oh
fall
my,
short as
that is
Justin
terrible.
Jolie catches it but falls short.
Catches it in front of the sticks, but how
Oh
does that happen?
no. He fell backwards. I mean, I don't know if he was trying to be safe and forgot about where the line of scrimmage was, but not the line of scrimmage, the line of gain, excuse me. But either way, Wake Forest is going to get this ball back with no timeouts, but plenty of time to go make a drive and win this game. And as an NC State fan, you have to be sick to your stomach.
Yeah. First play, no gain. Let's see if Wake Forest can put something together here. Hit somebody over the middle, overthrown.
That
Wide
is just
receiver's
not
looking
open.
for a flag, but that's good coverage there.
It's going to be third
Third
and
and
10.
10.
And this NC State defense looks like it's going to come out in a cover 4 look. And they have to throw it, obviously, here. And there's nobody open. He's
Nothing.
going to throw. And he had a
Just
guy
overthrown.
and overthrows him. And that would have been probably the game-sealing touchdown. And a very difficult throw, throwing crossbody. Got caught up, but ended up wide open as the D-line got zero pressure right there. But he overthrew him, and now it's 4th and 10. And what are they going to do? What am I looking at? Oh, my gosh. He's got all day. Nope. No.
Incomplete. Turnover.
Throws it into
Tragedy in
double coverage.
Winston-Salem.
And the senior Jamel Johnson, who we have not heard a lot of, makes the game-sealing deflection as C.J. Bailey is going to be able to kneel this one out for the 3rd time and win his 3rd game of the season. And wow, what a game.
Tragedy in Winston-Salem. But absolutely insane win for this Wolfpack. Look at this. 283, 4
Wow.
touchdowns, almost 80% completion. You can't ask for much more from your senior quarterback. But this Wolfpack defense, they showed exactly what I talked about in the beginning of this game. All right, when you're down and things don't look good, how do you fight back from adversity? They fought hard. They kept their heads down this entire game. And look at that play.
Look at that.
Game-winning play from Caden Fordham. Safety just absolutely coming down and obliterating Damon Claiborne. And that's what a coach looks for in his defense, resilience. You know, they just the ability to bend but not break. Absolutely scoreless in the second half for Wake Forest.
Wow.
That's a great defensive performance. In fact, they scored more points than Wake Forest did in the second half.
Wow. Yeah. Well, first quarter, you know, you look at the box as we head to the post-game segment here. To begin this game, I think we both thought that, you know, Wake Forest was going to run away with this thing. And the second quarter comes around and NC State starts to pick it up. You know, the clutch field goal block really got the momentum going for this team as the offense and the defense was playing, with no other way to word it, horrendously. And, you know, with Smothers out for a good part of the game, it's hard to get an offense going without your lead back. And, you know, somehow, some way, NC State picked it up and made the plays when it was necessary. And what a win for the Wolfpack.
Robbie Ashford, 23 for 29, 283 yards, 4 touchdowns. TJ Bailey, 13 for 22, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. But, hey, he gets the job done tonight here in Winston-Salem. And, man, can't ask for much more. Hollywood Smothers, 98 yards, and a receiving touchdown for him.
And you know,
Jaden Scott,
when I look at this,
50 yards.
Smothers, you know, you see this stat line from Smothers, and it's gotten to the point when you see something like this, you're disappointed. You know, normally 98 yards on the ground, you're like, wow, that's impressive. But for a guy that's been averaging, 130, 140 a game, you know, this was an off night, and it was largely due to the injuries that he faced throughout the entire game. And we're going to have to make sure that he's all right before next week.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be in tip-top shape ahead of next week, but I'm not too sure I'm not too sure that they should worry too much because Jaden Scott, for the most snaps he's seen, he held up pretty good. 10 attempts, 50 yards. You know, if he gets his feet wet a little bit more, I feel like he'll develop into a great running back. But can we talk about Terrell Anderson coming in clutch every time when we needed him to? 4 catches, 80 yards, and a very, very big touchdown with a long for 45 yards. And man, that watching that play was electric. Making that guy miss, high stepping up the sideline. It's man,
Yeah.
that's what you want to see in your wide receiver one there.
And, looking at this guy, he's kind of overshadowed, I'd say. First 2 games, he made plays when he needed it, but he was never the headline. And that was because of this man right here, Justin Jolie, who had a real off night tonight. Only 2 catches for 20 yards. Probably the first time that he's been under 8 catches in a long, long time. And, when you see this, you start to worry. But honestly, I think this guy's going to be just fine. From
I'm
what
going
we've
to say
seen,
I don't think they should worry on this because Jolie, yes, it's an off night, but it's an off night for the not only the entire offense but the passing game in general. It's just Jolie. I mean, he got it where he could. Yes, one of those catches was a very very crucial catch. I mean, he fell behind the sticks and it's tough to look at. It is tough to look at, especially as an NC State fan, as the NC State
mm-mm-mm.
coaching staff is evaluating. But I'm almost 100% sure that he will bounce back stronger from this because, I mean, not only did they get the win, but he gets to see that the team is bigger than him, and almost the same thing here from Hollywood. I mean, he did score, but like you said, it's almost an off night for him. So it's good to see that if Jolie and Hollywood don't step up, we have guys like Terrell Anderson who can come in here, make plays when their numbers called, and really win this game for us here. But yeah, overall, great team performance here from this Wolfpack. Like I said, I'm sure head coach can't be any more happy with how this team fought. You know, it got ugly quick, but it's just great on the team's part to just really smother that fire. You know, really put it out early, put it out quick, and not
Mhm.
let them get anything going for the rest of the game. Because any more points from that Wake Forest offense, and this game would be going the other way. So yeah,
And to piggyback
great
off of that,
performance.
um, you know, there's not a lot that stands out to you in the stats here in this game, and that's because when the quarterback's not on one, the rest of the team's going to struggle as well. And CJ Bailey started the game horrendously, and I think that he came back. He composed himself to what he needed to, and he got the job done. And as a young sophomore quarterback, we love to see that. But I really got to give some praise to Jaden Scott, the freshman running back, with only 2 catches, but took them for 43 yards. And it might
Hmm.
not look like a lot, but those were crucial plays. I think both coming off of Texas routes, where he absolutely scorched his man to get the team into fantastic field position and help to come back and win this game. So, not too much in the receiving department, except for Anderson and Scott. Anderson really had a fantastic game when it came to clutch catches for clutch yards in clutch time, and you can't ask for more out of a guy who's kind of overshadowed by Justin Jolie and Hollywood Smothers. But on the defensive side of the ball, it looked really bad. But a guy that didn't look bad at all was Brian Nelson II with 11 total tackles and one of them for loss. While the rest of the team was struggling, he came out. He had an amazing game, and nothing but praise toward Brian Nelson II. I think he helped restore this defense when they thought it was over. He didn't. He brought him back, and you can't forget Caden Fordham. Not a great night for him. It just wasn't. He was not himself. But as he usually does, makes the game-winning play with a huge tackle for loss in the end zone to seal the deal. And, as a signal caller, you do things like that. All these young guys, they begin to look up to you. And once they look up to you, you can teach them, and you lead them on a path to where they can become, just as good as you eventually further on down the line. So as a defense, you have to work on some things, but I'm proud of how the team battled in the second half, and can't wait to look forward to the future.
Well said, Cannon.
But guys, I think that's gonna do it for this broadcast. I'm Christian. I'm with Caden Smith, and so long. We'll see you next time.